Hello students, welcome to SK Biology. In this video, I will explain concept of origin of life along with theories of abiogenesis and biogenesis. Origin of life refers to how the first living organism appeared on earth from non-living matter. Here in this image we can see that earth formed around 4.5 to 4.6 billion years ago, and scientists believe that life appeared on Earth approximately 500 million years after the planet's formation. Now, the question is, how did life form on Earth? To answer this question, two theories came into light: abiogenesis and biogenesis. We will discuss these two theories in detail. To understand how the first living organism appeared on Earth from non living matter, the first theory proposed by scientists is abiogenesis theory. This theory is also known as spontaneous generation theory. This theory states that life originated spontaneously from non living matter. Earlier, scientists believed that living organisms could develop directly from non living materials. Some common examples that were believed earlier include maggots appear on rotting meat, frogs appearing from mud, microorganisms appearing in broth. However, later scientific experiments proved that this was incorrect theory. To test spontaneous generation, Francisco Redi performed an experiment in 1668. He placed meat in three jars. One jar was open, one jar was covered with gauze, and one jar was completely sealed. After few days, maggots appeared only in the open jar, where flies could lay the eggs. From this experiment, Reddy concluded that maggot comes from fly eggs, not from the meat itself. This experiment challenged the idea of spontaneous generation. After several experiments, scientists proposed the biogenesis theory. The biogenesis theory states that life arises only from pre-existing life. Several scientists supported this theory through experiments. For example, Francisco Redi showed that maggots come from flies. Lazzaro Spallanzani showed that microorganisms appears only when broth is exposed to air. And finally, Louis Pasteur provided strong proof with the help of swan neck flask experiment. In Spallanzani's experiment, he prepared two conditions: sealed flask and open flask with nutrient broth. He boiled nutrient broth to kill existing microorganisms. The sealed flask showed no microbial growth, and open flask showed growth of microorganism. This indicates that microorganisms enter the broth from the air. The final and most convincing experiment was performed by Louis Pasteur using the swan neck flask experiment. He boiled nutrient broth in a flask that had a long curved neck, and he observed that the broth remained clear and sterile for long time. However, when neck was broken or flask was tilted, dust and microbes entered the broth and microbial growth was appeared. This concludes that microorganisms do not arise spontaneously. Instead, they come from pre-existing microorganisms present in the air. Thus, this experiment disproved spontaneous generation and confirmed the theory of biogenesis.